Episode 4067, choose response over reaction.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous start to your week. It's Inspiration Motivation Day. And I hope that you are maybe getting some rain. Oh, we need tears from the heavens for sure. Or maybe you just need tears to fall in real life. But today, it's all about you. I want to put a smile on your face. Choose response over reaction. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, as you know, we are over on pray.com every Tuesday morning, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And so if you have a moment to head on over there, it would be great. There are a lot of great, interesting people there. You can learn a lot, not just from me, but from other faith believers that are out there. And so I would encourage you to go and check it out there at pray.com. Also, with everything that's happening, right? There's a lot happening in the world today. And I want you now just to zero in on your world, your impact, the world that you touch, where your outreach goes. Okay. So yes, there's other countries. I get that. We can pray for our world. We can pray for the president. We can pray for our political figures. We can pray for our churches. But I want you to think about your immediate circle of influence. And I want you to think about what has been happening in that world of yours. And that's where I really want you to focus on today. Because, when we're caught in this middle of stress, most of us default to managing what's wrong, what's lacking. Deadlines pile up, relationships strain, plans wobble, and suddenly something breaks. Instinctively, we react, we snap, we judge, we retreat, we lash out. Because honestly, reacting feels fast, even necessary at times. It's the path of least resistance when pressure mounts. We get to just spew off whatever we want to. Sometimes when we spew off, there's 4-letter words that follow in the dust. But my friend, the better path is to choose response over reaction. Because reacting won't get you where you want to go. Reacting keeps you stuck in the same loop, spinning your wheels on what's failing, what's missing, what's falling short. It's a Band-Aid, never a solution. What if the real power does lie in responding, not reacting? What if you could actually pivot and see some major transformation in the transition of responding versus reacting? And it can't be just any response, right? A response that stems not from fear, deficiency, or shortage, but from a clear, unwavering focus on what you're pursuing. That's the shift no one talks about enough. That's what we want in our life. Reacting is about what you lack. Responding is about what you want. Sit with that for a minute. Reacting is about what you lack. Responding is about what you want. Reaction lets stress control you. It narrows your vision to the crisis at hand, igniting survival mode. And sometimes we need that, don't get me wrong. And that's where really the easiest thing we do is to react. It's instantaneous. We don't have to overthink it. It's raw. It's emotional. You fire off an angry email. You cancel plans. You scroll endlessly to numb out. You blame. You point fingers. But responding makes you the gatekeeper of your own mind. Whew. It means you catch that instinct, pause, and you get to ask, what's my next best move here? What can help me get toward my goal? What aligns with the life that I want, not the chaos that I'm in? What can I do to better serve my children in this situation? How can I serve my colleague better? You see, the game changer is when you respond from what you're pursuing. your mission, your clear outcome. That's when you put yourself back in the driver's seat. You're no longer just in it for the ride of your life. You're saying, no, I'm in the driver's seat now. I get to control what I can control. You stop losing control then to fleeting feelings and immediate frustration. You act from strength, not weakness. Choose response over reaction. As I was thinking about inspiration, motivation, and encouraging and all the things that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because, it really is kind of pivotal days for us. We're just kind of like, we get through Monday and it's like, got through Monday. And then Tuesday comes, you're like, I'm already tired. Why is it not Friday? Right? And you're already counting down. You're like, I'm almost there. And for those of you, who know, you're already looking at the calendar going, Memorial Day, if I can just get through this week. And maybe you're taking off a Friday so you can have a longer weekend, right? Maybe you're taking a holiday here. A lot of people do that. School's coming to an end. And sometimes we are just so quick to want to get through things that we react. We react to our spouses. We react to our puppy dogs. And they're just like, ooh, 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 like looking at you, right? Whimpering, going, why are you yelling at me like that? If they could speak in human terms. And they'd probably tell us to go sit somewhere, like we tell them to go sit somewhere. And so when I was sitting here writing and trying to figure out, okay, how can you bring this from an inspirational point of view? Responding gives you that space to put a smile on someone's face, including your own. And I think that's what we're missing out on in life a lot of times, is that we're out to get each other. And we don't mean to do it that way, but if we're reacting, that's what shows up. Why? Because negativity comes easy. It does. And in order to escape that, in order to inspire, in order to encourage, in order to motivate yourself and others, you've got to choose response over reaction. So why is this critical in your life? You protect your energy. Reacting is an energy drain that usually feeds the problem. But responding, it saves your fuel for the long haul. You got this. You can go the long distance. You build respect for yourself and others. People notice when you manage yourself with intention, when you choose calm over chaos. You stand out differently. You stay solution-oriented. Reacting fixes nothing. It's just a release of quick energy. It's like, whoo, and it's done. At times, and it's few times, do you need that? But most of the time, you need responding. And responding finds a path forward, even in uncertainty. So I got a question for you. What am I really chasing beneath this pressure? Is it recognition, freedom, more time? When you zero in on that prize, it changes everything about how you handle setbacks. Because our pushback usually comes from a setback. Ooh, let that sit for a minute. And that's why we tend to react instead of respond, because we're defending instead of stating. Big difference. What are you out to prove? Do you really need to prove anything? Probably not, honestly. Maybe that softer, calm voice is exactly what's needed. Maybe that deep pause and that, okay, I'll take that into consideration and I'll get back to you. Maybe that changes the story and the outcome on the other side. Instead of getting all up in everybody's business going, well, I don't think we could do that. And if we did that, it would look like this. And then, and you understand, you've been down that road. We've all been down that road. And it usually happens when we least expect something. And it's usually not the situation that we're in. It's something else that sets us off. It's the piling up of stuff. And then it's that one little tipping point. For me, it was the oak tree. And I think about how close we were to where we wanted to do. But you know what? It was stop the presses moment. And I was like, this is not fair. Like, I don't have time for this. This can't be happening. And I got to go through the process, and I got to, deal with the insurance, and I got to, file, you talk to the mortgage. I mean, all of it, right? That comes into play with when you have something that happens to your home. And I'm just like, can we not move this faster? Like, I need this done like yesterday. Do you not understand? And they're on the other end going, I understand. I deal with this all of the time. This is my job. And I'm thinking, why am I getting all upset here? It's not their fault. They didn't stand at the bottom of my driveway over to the side where the oak tree was and push it over themselves. But it pushed it over on me, didn't it? It was a tipping point. You see, all the people that are out there are trying to help me. Getting the quotes, asking the contractors on certain things. I mean, I've got a lot now to manage. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. And I'm like, well, I guess I have to make time, don't I? So I can choose to react and be a crazy woman and, run around with her chicken, like a chicken with her head cut off, right? I mean, I kind of feel like that. Bok, bok, bok. I'm sorry, chickens. I think you're adorable. But I kind of feel that way right now. Or I can choose to be that cute little chick that's just kind of wandering around going, oh, what's next? What's over here in this corner? What can I do over here? I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the sunshine for a moment. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go talk to people that I trust. The hens. I'm going to go see what the rooster has to say. Interesting, huh? How when we take a moment, everything changes. But it's in that moment where it's the tipping point where you lose it all. And you get to choose response or reaction. What is it for you? And this goes to anything and everything. I mean, this has, implications in your marriage. It has implications with your children and your relationship with them. Take it into your career, into the workforce. Take it into your community, into your church. Take it into when you're going grocery shopping, a stranger on the road while you're traveling and there's traffic and something happens. What if we all were to learn to respond better and not react? What if we had that opportunity to put a smile on somebody else's face? And even on our own. Life may not be easier, but it definitely could get better, huh? Simply put, when you respond to life's curveballs by focusing on what you want, you rise above the circumstances. You stop being pulled under by stress, and you start pulling stress into your bigger vision, which means what? You get to control it. You get to tell it where it needs to be, where it needs to go. And if you're honest, reacting is a habit. And it's a habit that's cost you opportunities and clarity. Go back to your high school years. I know most of us don't want to go back there, but let me tell you, this is the easiest example I can ask of you. Because I guarantee you reacted more in your high school years than you did any other time in your life. And if we could have had some of those instances back, we might have actually opened up more opportunities if we had learned to respond and not react. But that's just because we weren't mature enough. We hadn't experienced life enough. We're kids back then. Not that we're not kids now, but you get it. So think back then. I'm sure you've got a situation at top of mind right now going, oh, I remember when, and that could have changed everything. That could have. Maybe you wouldn't have lost your best friend just because you pushed him to the edge too much. You blame them for something that later on in life you realize, gosh, it really wasn't their fault. In fact, maybe it was mine. It's time to flip the script. Not because the chaos will disappear, because it's not going to. Not because you'll never have an oak tree not fall in your front yard ever again. But because your way out depends on what you're pursuing, not what you're lacking. You're not here to survive the storm, my friend. You're here to steer through it with purpose. So respond from that place. Control what you have inside. Keep your eyes on the goal at hand. Keep the eyes on the prize that God has written for you in your life. And then, and only then, watch as everything else falls into place as you create your now. Go in peace. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.